Hello students, today's point of discussion is rate determining step and reaction intermediate. Now many reactions we come across are complex reactions. I mean those reactions take place in number of steps or series of steps, and remember each independent and individual step of the complex reaction is said to be the elementary reaction. So in short, one can say that the complex reactions can be broken to the series of elementary reactions, and hence complex reaction takes place in number of steps. So what this lead? This lead to the pathway between the product and reactant. I mean the mechanism by which the reaction takes place, and it is described by considering all of those steps. So what is the key factor? Complex reaction takes place in series of steps which lead to the formation of product. Remember from what reactant, and it describe the pathway or the mechanism of reaction, and it describes pathway or mechanism of reaction. This is most important thing. Now mechanism of reaction can be described or determined by determining the rate law, by measuring the rate law. So once a rate law is measured, and once we establish the rate law or rate expression for any reaction, in simple manner mechanism can be understood. So remember, mechanism can be determined by establishing rate law for the given reaction. Now very important thing of this is the rate determining step. Remember, rate determining step is the slow step of the reaction. So remember, one can study easily the slowest step, and the slow step of reaction is said to be the rate determining step. So slow step of reaction is known as rate determining step. Why? Because by studying that slow step, one can determine the rate of reaction easily. For this, consider the alkaline hydrolysis of tert butyl bromide. For example, consider this reaction. So this is tert butyl bromide when boiled with aqueous alkali like KOH. Then we receive the tert butyl alcohol. Now as far as this reaction is concerned, it is two-stepped. So step number 1 is slow step, hence it is called rate determining step. So what happens exactly? The slow separation of bromine from carbon takes place in this step. So this is called as RDS, that is rate determining step. So this lead to the formation of transition state first of all. So where this bromine ultimately gets separated, and that lead to the formation of tert butyl cation with the departure of halide ion. And in very next step, which happens to be fast step, so the planar tert butyl cation is attacked from either side by the nucleophile, so that lead to the formation of product. So right here 50% product is obtained by retention and 50% product is obtained by inversion. Now our point of discussion is the slow step of the reaction. Now remember, first step is slower one and hence it is called as rate determining step, and in this step just one molecule is involved, that is tert-butyl bromide, and hence the rate of hydrolysis of tert-butyl bromide wholly depends on the concentration of tert-butyl bromide. Though KOH is involved in the reaction, but it doesn't seen in what the slow step or rate determining step. So the rate of hydrolysis is independent of concentration of the nucleophile, that is OH minus. In this way one can determine the molecularity and mechanism by studying the slow step of the reaction, and remember, slow step of reaction is called rate determining step. Now very important thing, reaction intermediate. Now reaction intermediate is a species, I mean additional species produced in the reaction. Additional species formed in reaction along with the product, but doesn't appear in overall reaction, does not appear in overall reaction is known as reaction intermediate. So remember, reaction intermediate is a species which is get formed in first step and get ultimately consumed in next step. So it is the speciality of this. So intermediate form in first step and get consumed in next step. This is the speciality. I mean, in overall reaction intermediate do not seems to get appear. Now for this one can explain with the help of the reaction. Now consider the reaction for this twice NO2 Cl gas gives twice of NO2 gas plus Cl2 gas. Now as far as this reaction is concerned, now this reaction can be explained in two distinct steps. Now step number 1 involve NO2 Cl gas gives NO2 gas plus Cl gas, and remember this step is slower one, and remember its molecularity is 1. Why? Because just one molecule is involved on the reactant side of the slow step. Now further step number 2, which happens to be faster one. So fast step can be given as NO2 Cl gas plus Cl gas gives NO2 gas plus Cl2 gas, and this step is faster one. Now remember, in this case when we add these two reactions we get overall reaction like this, but as the step number 1 is slower one, it decides the rate of reaction, so it is called as rate determining step. Thus rate of the given reaction can be given is of rate equals to K into concentration of NO2Cl. Thus it is unimolecular and first ordered reaction, and remember order is experimentally determined quantity. Another very important thing is, look at this species, I mean chlorine gas. It is formed in step number 1 and get consumed in second step, so it doesn't appear in overall reaction. Thus chlorine gas is reaction intermediate right here. So Cl gas form in first step and get consumed in second step. Thus it is reaction intermediate. So reaction intermediate is a species which never appear in the overall chemical reaction. Thank you very much.